So I had the opportunity to listen to Eric and Rachel's thoughts on marriage and hear why they chose each other. Eric said this of marriage: marriage is a relationship that mirrors Christ and the church. It's the closest thing to the relationships we'll have in heaven. Through marriage, we bring up our next generation, which fulfills a greater purpose for our lives. And Eric said of Rachel, he's never met anyone who he can be wholly himself with. They have nearly everything in common except a love for Taylor Swift music. Rachel said of marriage everything he said. But she said marriage is a lasting covenant. It's the closest thing we have to understand unconditional love. Marriage is a commitment greater than any circumstance or trial that may come. And then Rachel said of Eric, there's no one she feels more confident to commit to than Eric. She never knew someone like Eric existed, that there would be such a good man for her. She didn't know what healthy was until they met. It's the little and simple things that she loves. She feels genuinely heard and valued.
Today is evidence that God is still in the resurrection business, raising up hope, love, and joy from the ash. Over the course of the last year, I've watched in awe as God has weaved Rachel and Eric's lives together. It's been more thrilling than anything I could have imagined, but I shouldn't be surprised. The Bible tells us in Romans that God works all things together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. Moral of the story, never underestimate God's goodness. Rachel and Eric, let me close with this word of encouragement for you from Psalm 37, 4 and 5. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. Love you both.
Breaking paradigm only happens right in this very moment.
Rachel, you are beautiful, loving, gracious, kind, funny, wise, creative, thoughtful, and so many other wonderful things. I vow to put Christ at the center of our family and marriage, to serve you and our family before myself. I vow to make time for us as a couple, to communicate openly with you. I vow to never ask you to stay home all day more than 2 days in a row. I love you with all of my heart, and I always will.
Eric, I vow to pursue a love with you that is virtuous and self-sacrificing, that is not contingent on circumstances, that is faithful and true, that endures to the end, forsaking all others in pursuit of philia and agape. Yes, Eros will be there too, but when we're old and things aren't what they used to be. I want to sit on the porch with you, still pursuing a relationship built upon the higher loves.
Eric and Rachel, in recognition of your covenant of marriage, it is my honor as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ to pronounce you husband and wife. Eric, you may kiss your bride.
I would like to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Eric Turpin.
As the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall your God rejoice over you. Talk about a rejoicing bridegroom. He is utterly filled with joy over his beautiful bride, Rachel, and the life they are beginning together. And I know God is rejoicing with them, as we all are. Love you both so much.
I remember sitting on the bed in my daughter's bedroom over a year ago. And I said to her, I said, honey, all of us have been through a lot of things in life, and God never promised us an easy life, but He did promise us that He would bring us through and walk us through. I said, please take my word for it. In 1 year, you will look back on this year, and you will rejoice and jump for joy, and you'll say, thank you, Jesus. I never thought you could do this for me, but you did. I love y'all.
You are all I'm living and breathing for. Every day, every night, I have fallen in love.
First question is, when you first met, who made the first move? They don't remember. There we go. I think that's Eric. Who is more likely to get injured? A resounding Rachel. Who takes longer to get ready? Very quick, very quick. Who do you love the most in the whole wide world? Aww. Make some noise right now for Eric and Rachel.